Reports. My name is Remy Allen. Commander of Amotekun Corps in Ondo State, Adetunji Adeleye, says operatives are closing in on suspected terrorists who attacked St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo. The Amotekun boss will disclose this while parading some suspected criminals at the Corps headquarters in Akure. Said Amotekun and other security agencies are working hard to bring perpetrators of the act to book. Osrc's Richard Ilesami reports that the Corps paraded 71 suspected criminals nabbed in different parts of the state.
Since some suspected terrorists attacked St. Francis Catholic Church Owo, where scores were killed and dozens wounded, security agencies have been on the trail of the attackers, Komi Forest and other suspected hideouts. The operation appears to be paying off as security agencies are closing in on the perpetrators of the act that plunged our community into sorrow. Commander of Amotekun Corps in Ondo State, Adetunji Adeleye, said the Corps has recovered the vehicle used by the suspects to escape, while operatives have also identified the path through which they flee into the bush.
We have recovered the last vehicle they used for that operation, and we've made some arrests. And we've also recovered some vital things which we are working on. Like I've told you, we are not stopping until we get to the root. So I can assure you that the perpetrators and their sponsors will be brought to book.
Being paraded here were the 71 suspected criminals that Amotekun arrested in different parts of the state in the last 1 month, and among them were motorcycle snatchers, cultists, armed robbers, cattle rustlers, among others. Adeleye said some of the suspects were arrested with locally made weapons and other items used for their operations, and the motorcycles recovered from them were also on display.
These 71 suspects were picked while committing offenses, and others were tracked to their hideouts in the forests. We have been able to break a cartel that specializes in stealing and dismantling motorbikes, Okada. You can see across there we have over 30 motorbikes that were recovered in one-day operation from these criminals.
Adeleye, who declared Ondo a no-safe zone for criminals, urged residents to assist operatives with timely and useful information for effective protection of lives and properties. Though this could be described as harvest of criminals, which is a testament to the efforts of Amotekun at ridding Ondo state of criminals, all eyes are still on the Corps and other security agencies to ensure that perpetrators of our massacre are apprehended to face justice. From Amotekun headquarters in Akure, Richard Ilesami, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, Ondo State government has named a 5-man committee to manage the donations for the victims and families of our church raid. The chairman of the committee and Ondo State Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Wale Akinteriwa, told newsmen in Akure, the state capital, that the council has also co-opted the Providence Bank to handle the funds. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole breaks down the story as presented from our studio.
The dust raised by the recent terror attack in Owo is yet to settle even after those who lost their lives have been laid to rest. The State Executive Council has taken some decisions towards alleviating the pains of the victims and their families. Briefing Government House reporters in Akure after the weekly council meeting, presided over by Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, 3 members of the council, led by the Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Wale Akinteriwa, gave an insight into the decisions aimed at giving comfort and succor to the victims and their families. They said the council acknowledged and appreciated the prompt response of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu on the unfortunate incident by setting up and coordinating the State Emergency Response Team, led by the Commissioner for Earth, Dr. Banji Ajaka, at providing succor to the families.
The Council also advised that further contributions and offers of support to the victims and family members should be channeled through the Catholic Diocese of Ondo or the state government to ensure proper accountability and transparency.
The Finance Commissioner noted that the state government has opened a website, www.owomemorial.com, where interested members of the public can obtain authentic information on the attack. He said a 5-man committee had been set up to manage funds contributed to the victims of our attack. The committee has the Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Wale Akintaniwa, as chairman, while the Commissioner for Earth, Dr. Banji Ajaka, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Dr. Ibumi Oshadahun, the Special Advisor on Union Matters and Special Duties, Mr. Dare Arabaye, and the Parish Priest of St. Francis Catholic Church, Owaluwa, are members. On the issue of establishment of state police in Nigeria to address the worsening security across the country, the council reiterated the need for amendment of the relevant constitutional provisions and laws towards ensuring that lives and property of the people are fully secured. Mr. Akinterewa said the council also frowned at what it considered to be inappropriate collection of multiple fees at the Akure airport and subsequently set up a committee headed by the Deputy Governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, to liaise with the management of the airport authority.
Also, the council frowned at what it considered to be the inappropriate collection of multiple fees at the Akure airport, and it has set up a committee headed by the Deputy Governor to engage the management teams of the airport in order to correct the anomaly. Council also approved that the Governor should, as a matter of urgency, issue an executive order mandating all places of worship, event centers, shopping malls, hotels, and other public places where significant number of people gather to install functional closed-circuit television equipment and provide adequate private security personnel within and around their premises.
Other members of the committee are Secretary to Government, Princess Oladuni Odu, and Secretary of Ondipa to engage the management of the airport in order to correct the abnormality.
In a related developments, 4 suspected cult members allegedly polluting the peace of Ofosu community in Idori local government area of the state have been paraded by the Ondo State Police Command. They were among 14 suspects displayed before journalists in Akure preparatory to their prosecution. Omoriola Ugbeji has details.
I stole this generator. It's poverty that caused it.
Mr. Babajide Moses is among the suspects paraded by the police in Akure. He was arrested in Ilesha in Osun State after the command discovered that the Lister generators loaded by a bus was stolen, and they followed him until he was apprehended.
This is my first time of facing much problem like this, and I think this will teach me a great lesson.
According to him, he was on his way to sell the machines to his prospective buyer. Also, some suspected cultists who are teenagers were apprehended after a series of complaints of their attacks by community people. A suspected 22-year-old armed robber, Tosin Omoniyi, who was also trying to rape a married woman at Sidori. Luck, however, ran against him as victim's husband overpowered him through the help of neighbors. The suspect, who was arrested alongside his mother for accomplice, is also expected to be charged to court for prosecution.
One day, I entered one house. The man, I didn't meet him in the house. I didn't meet anybody in the house. Promote Gary. Just entered the one room like this, in wife rooms. I see the money, carry the money. So as I carry the money, the second day, I go meet my mother. My mother, I want to buy machine. I didn't tell my mother I said I thief money. So I buy machine. So me follow me go there. My mother follow me go there. Buy the machine.
The State Commissioner of Police, Oyediran Oyeyemi, through the Command Public Relations Officer, Fumilayo Odunlami, promised to charge the suspects to court for adequate action. He enjoined parents to be alive to their responsibilities and train their children in a proper way for the peace of society.
Investigation has been concluded and they will be charged to court. However, we want to talk to our parents at home. We have a lot to do. There is a place of training your children and monitoring their activities. It's quite unfortunate that kids who are less than 18 are involved in cultism. And in the same vein, generally, we all need to be careful because One of the suspects who specializes in stealing of generator plant happens to be an elderly person, which is not expected to be so.
Among items recovered from the suspects are 2 Lister generators, motorbikes, and a plasma television. Omoriola Hungbiji, Osrc News.
The chairman, Southwest Governors Forum and Ondo State Governor, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, has charged the board of Odua Investment Company Limited to strive towards repositioning the company for economic prosperity of the region and its people. Governor Akeredolu, at the 40th annual general meeting of the company in Lagos State, also craved support of the company in accelerating development of Ondo State through investments in agriculture. He also charged the company to collaborate with the development agenda for Western Nigeria Commission towards promoting efficient service delivery. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole was there for OSRC and now reports.
Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu was among dignitaries at the 40th annual general meeting of the Odua Investment Company Limited held in Lagos. The immediate past chairman of the company, Dr. Shegun Aino, revealed that it grew revenue from 3.84 billion naira in 2020 to 4.01 billion in 2021, which represents a 4.4% increase.
The internal security situation across the country remains a major source of concern. Security challenges affected agricultural production and supply chain, contributing to rising food prices.
The group managing director, Adewale Raji, said the company will not relent efforts towards transforming the agricultural sector of the Southwest geopolitical zone.
So for this year, the board has recommended to shareholders a 15% increase in dividend to be paid, amounting to 418.4 million compared to 364 million that was paid in the previous year.
In separate speeches, the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, his Ekiti State counterpart, Kayode Fayemi, represented by his deputy, BC Egbeyemi, and the representative of the Oyo State governor, applauded various steps taken by the company to expand its frontiers.
I have discussed with our chairman that at some point in time we'd like to sit down with the board as it is, the management, so we can further distill the results as published and discuss amongst ourselves how to ensure that we see a much better performance.
Governor Akeredolu, who is the chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum, commended the leadership of the company for striving to change the narratives of the region.
If properly we were outdone in Odua and done headquarters moves to Cocoa House, it would be a great idea for all of us because that commission has great things to do. When we had our security summit in Ibadan, and it's almost taken there that okay, we need to have a Western Nigeria security network. We are governors, we sat down, we agreed, this is what we want to do. We will not be calling ourselves every day. Come on, prepare paper please. We handed it over to Don. So Don did all the paperwork and co. Came back to us, we looked at it before we now came up with Western Nigeria Security Network. So they are doing a lot of work for us.
Mr. Bimbo Ashiru from Ogun State was unveiled as the company's new chairman following the expiration of the tenure of Dr. Shegun Aino. From Ikeja in Lagos State, Wahab Bankole, OSRC News.